It's just you and me. How we doing, chat? All right, into this loser's ace, Solo versus Captain L. We do, in fact, have the Captain L Sheik. I know this is not the first character he picked up in Ultimate, but I saw him playing earlier, and it might be the last, the way he's got this character so well figured out. It has that death by 1,000 cuts feel that he is so good at maneuvering around that powerful advantage state and powerful neutral game that he just absolutely excels at. And immediately we're seeing how much he can extend a single opening against Solo, but he's going to have to do a lot of it because a single interaction from Solo the other way did the exact same, more or less, amount of damage to him. Okay, good nair out of the corner as Captain L continues to hold this stage control. Let's see if he can keep this momentum or if Solo can find his way back in. Nice side B from Solo. That angle sometimes catches you off guard. And now Captain L a little bit on the back foot, switching of positions here. Great drag down fair into grab, and that is going to do it. No amount of DI can save Captain L from that situation. No drag down, up air, tries again, does not get the hit, and now Solo's turn, back and forth. These two are just scrapping in this set. Ooh, what an air dodge in from Captain L there as well. Okay, Solo trying to play it safe. Pulls himself off into the corner. A risky play, but it works well. Good fade back from him. The grenade from the corner helping Captain L get out of there, and now the parry into back air, not going to connect. Drag down grab again from Solo. It'll be interesting to see if there's any adaptation against that for Captain L as he continues to do these drag down aerials into grabs. In that case, we saw it covering off the shield option. Maybe in the future we'll see a little bit of a rock, paper, scissors game, so keep your eyes out for that. But in the meantime, it doesn't matter if you can't tech that up B from Captain L. But now the shoe's on the other foot. What can Solo do in his place? And the simple gimp with the PK Thunder. Not much you can do about that. Great placement from Solo. And now he's up an entire stock against Captain L. I told y'all this guy's been cooking at the locals, and he is making us put the respect on his name already. We are only 2 minutes into this game, and Captain L is on his last stock, which in PNW is... that is a lightning fast game. These two absolutely scrapping right now. Okay, PK Fire does not get the fair. Captain L managed to get back onto the stage, but the grab sends him right back off. Great flash from Solo. Captain L got through it, however, manages to get back in, but he needs to get this stock off fast. Fair not going to connect, resets the situation. Triple down tilt, goes for another one. Now that jab, not going to be safe, and the down smash. Solo with the call out on his defensive choices as Captain L loses the first game. Ness with the 2 stock from Solo here. Let's see what the adaptations are going into this game number 2. Okay, we got the music counter picks. That's all I needed to see. Now we know Captain L is locked in. Going back to the same stage. I guess he feels good about it. I also know Solo, from my experience out in the crowd earlier, has the whole of SOWA behind him, calling his name, cheering for him throughout these games. Maybe just that little bit of mental boost can make the difference. We'll see if that continues to be the case here, or maybe Captain L can turn the tides. I know he's got those headphones on. Maybe try to drown out the haters a little bit in this game number 2. But whatever the case, off to a better start for him. The first game, remember, Solo got like an instant 70% out of nowhere. And now Captain L trying to prevent that from happening again. We can see how patiently he's playing. But there you go, just one grab from Solo. And that corner carry and putting him in such a precarious situation. PK Flash forced to air dodge, but Solo's ready to cover that off. Honestly, I don't think he was even trying to hit him with the flash. He's really worried about the air dodge that comes afterwards. Captain L's going to have to figure out a better solution to that in the future. Going off. Safe play from Solo. Would have covered Captain L if he jumped in aggressively, but instead he gets to go for the ledge trap. However, Captain L turned it around on him, resetting the position. Both of them more than happy to go off stage against the other. So much risk reward there, but they've calculated it. They think it's worth it. Watch for that drag down. The up airs coming out from Solo, and finally the grab going to go in his favor. He's been fishing for those throughout this game. He got another one and a down smash, an up smash to cover that off. And as we get into this second stock, I got my man Krogan here on the mic to pick it up with me.
Of course. I mean, we got this is going pretty fast. This event is getting late into it, but Solo is here to play, and he's on a phenomenal run.
Yeah, he's
probably
been doing crazy.
over and over again, but so is Captain L. Both these players making fantastic loser side runs, going deep with it. Now they're in this loser side 8.
I'm just so excited to see Solo doing so well at this event because I know he has the ability. It's just we haven't gotten to see a lot of that from him yet.
Yeah, I feel like he gets like those events where he gets like 1 to 2 good wins and then just like that's it. But like I feel like we haven't seen him make a deep run like this in a while, and I love to see it, especially from Sowa. Long overdue with Spare as well, 2 of them making really, really great runs. Captain L did end Spare just before this, so Solo maybe trying to pick it up for the team.
Absolutely. Captain L, honestly, kind of struggling in this matchup against Solo's edge guards and his ledge traps. I feel like Solo just has his approach options and his recovery options so well scouted out, and Captain L has not been able to find the adaptations to deal with that yet.
Yeah, I mean, Solo does have a lot of experience in this match, playing against Sheik frequently, but it's also just one of those things. Every player at a high level plays differently, of course, but it's just one of those things. Ness has a lot of these fast, quick buttons that really stuff out a lot of Sheik's approaches, so it's just like they're going to be trading a lot, or Solo's going to be getting the advantage, but then I'm telling you right now, Ness is killing Sheik much, much sooner.
Yeah, and it feels so bad if you're playing a character like Sheik and you feel like you're just being out fast buttoned, because that's your one thing that you got. You've got the fast buttons.
Yeah. Okay, but Sheik.
Okay, another drag down. Great stuff from Captain L. He's been dropping a couple of those, but he figured it out that time, and look how much he gets off of it.
53% gets the ledge up going, but Solo does get the reversal, gets the stage control, and now this is kind of where things get a little scary. Kid does get the vanish with the boost as well, but doesn't seem to matter. They're playing around this neutral, they're playing around this center stage, but okay, Solo gets the little jabs going.
Yeah, slowly but surely,
Ooh,
that nickel and dime percentage is going in Solo's favor.
Smash.
And he pulls the trigger. Great stuff.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. We're going into a game 3 with Solo up 2-0.
2-0, and not like a close 2-0, double 2 stock.
No, yeah, we're looking at a top 6 right now, potentially for Solo, and I mean, this is definitely a fantastic run.
Absolutely.
I'd love to see him kind of keep it going. I wonder who's playing on that. I wonder whoever the winner of this will be playing. I think it's JDV.
Pull up the thing real quick and take a look. It's going to be Base Mage.
Base Mage.
Yeah.
Didn't catch the end of that one, so this one's definitely going to be pretty interesting. I'd love to see some of the adaptations be made here by Captain L. You know, he's going to take his time, of course. Very patient player in and out of the game. He's got a lot to think about. I mean, especially with Sheik, you have to be clinical. You have to be precise.
Yeah, absolutely. Sheik is not the kind of character that you can just hope to get a lucky, cheesy kill with. You really have to stay dialed in, like what you're saying.
Yeah. Jigglypuff. From this is an old Captain L character. This is a Smash 4 co-main, or brought it out for counter picks, and this is an early ultimate thing from Captain L. We haven't seen this in a while.
And I'm here for it.
Very interested to see, you know, how Solo's going to play around this. Cause
maybe Solo's just going to be like, thank you very much. I need the warm-up for Base Mage, and you're going to give it to me whether you like it or not.
He's going to pop the balloon.
What was Captain L doing over there?
I don't know, a little stutter step there on the corner.
A little shimmy in the corner?
Why not?
I see. He's trying to get Solo to approach him. He wants to cheese him in the corner. My man thinks he's playing melee right now.
Hey, but, okay, Solo does approach, and, you know, that's another pound.
He does get hit.
That's percent. That's damage.
Captain L's got to just camp him out. He's got to camp him out.
Back air landing right there, but it's fine. Just throw it at another one. These buttons, these little side attacks that, you know, Ness does have are pretty large. So I'm curious to see that Captain L does manage to get around it, but again, a lot of buttons, a lot of time. Press.
Captain L's playing so safe right now. There were 2 missed techs there that he could have tried to extend off of, but he had already decided before the moves even hit that, no, I'm just going to dash back no matter what happens here.
Yeah, Captain L, maybe it's just not a lot of experience with this character anymore, but just trying to not let Solo reversal him out of these situations at a disadvantage with a lot of the, you know, once again, this character's got fast buttons, can press them, and get themselves out.
I thought Solo had that down smash. I can't believe he didn't. Solo's still alive. That air dodge, he has to up B now. Going to go high. Captain L not able to cover it off. Those magnet hands, Ness, one of the best in the business, and now finally the down smash.
Yeah, no, one of the best things you can do against Ness, if you have a consistent edge guard like that, like this, as in pub, you can find those connections, then Ness really does struggle, because that is some of the biggest issues is when he's got PK Thunder kind of lined up. you have these lingering hitboxes thrown out, you can gimp him pretty early.
Yeah, we see a very clear game plan from Captain L. I almost wonder if maybe he showed his hand a little too early, because now Solo immediately became wise to it, and he doesn't want to go to the corner at all. He recognizes, I'm at 132, you hit me across the stage all you want, but I'm not going over there.
Yeah, no, Solo's very content with kind of holding center and throwing PK Fire and back air out willy-nilly, because why not? Wow, okay, is going to clank right there and get the trade, and Captain L brings the even stocks, but Solo still has the percent difference. Okay, pound again. Shield's getting a little low right there, George.
Yes, it is. He has to be so careful of that, because Jigglypuff, one of the best in the business at killing you at low percents. I know Captain L has those rest combos. And speaking of shields, oh my goodness, Captain L gambling with his life there. If your shield breaks, you're just dead as Jigglypuff. Forget the 106. The game just ends it for you. And the sleep.
Rest.
And there's the rest.
Okay, and yeah, okay. Has time to get out of it. Captain L.
Huge change in this game from previous Smash games. It's not always 4 seconds on that rest. If you get the hit, it goes down to 2 seconds. Huge buff for Jigglypuff.
Okay.
Unfortunately for Captain L, Solo managed to find the kill in that corner anyway, so nothing lost for him as far as that trade is concerned.
Yeah, throw out these big hitboxes, because why not? Try and cover as much space as you can against this stubby Puff. I mean, but it doesn't seem to matter. Captain L has been doing a fantastic job. Better already than the last 2 games.
And Solo trying so hard not to get slept in the corner again. Unfortunately for Captain L, that does not go through shield. So Solo has a pretty good path there to just sit in the corner in shield and wait for Captain L to do something else.
Oh, wow, that back air right there. A little bit of a late hit, but could have set up into a really rough situation. I'm curious to see. Okay, this game is getting down into it. I mean, there's still 3 minutes on the clock. We could potentially see this go for another 3 minutes.
Yes, we could. Captain L is more than happy to take his time right now. You can see the crowd gathering behind them to see what the fate of these 2 players is going to be. Will Sowa continue forward, or will Captain L, the invader, take him out here?
No, Captain L is very, very happy to just kind of be like, I'm going to sit in the corner. I'm going to play patient, play slow, and play calm. But Solo is, racking up this damage. Had a really good ledge trap and edge guard scenario there. Built up the lead. Now has this. Now Captain L has the little bit of the onus is on him now to, take this game back into control and to win it from here. But that back
still alive, 119. And with 2.5 minutes on the clock, I don't think this is going to time. I think, something had to give. We see the little pop-off from Solo. Not a lot, but enough to show how he feels about this situation.
Yeah, I mean, one of these things that you really... Sowa is getting rowdy for their boy, because, of course, why not? You get into these late parts of the bracket, I mean, you're certainly going to, endurance is such a massive part of regionals in these large tournaments, and if you get gassed in the slightest, things